Good morning, YouTube. My name's Pam, and this is my 999-day journey. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. So if you've watched many of my daily vlog videos, you will know that I kind of have a bad habit of procrastinating and not always delivering on my promises. I do, but sometimes it is a matter of overwhelm, sometimes it's a matter of ADD, sometimes it's a matter of I just really don't want to do the task. At any rate, there are often things that I put off or just don't accomplish that probably really need to be done, or that would benefit me in some way if I would just take the time to do them. So earlier this week, I received an email in my at my day job from someone else in the company, and it contained a link to the website of a gentleman who is an entertainer and a speaker. He does corporate events and that sort of thing. And on the gentleman's website, there was a speech that he had given at a Toastmasters event. If you're not familiar with that organization, I'll drop a link in the description below. The topic of his speech was a hack that he had developed to kind of kickstart his productivity on some tasks and projects that he himself had been procrastinating on. So I was fascinated by his method, mostly because the origin story that he told about it. And I will also link to his video below so that you can see him. His name is, and I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, his name is Malik Haddadi. And he developed this hack based on a Facebook group that he had been invited to by one of his mentors. The Facebook group, I think, is no longer active. I did look for it. But it's called Quality of Life in 10 Minutes a Day. It's a private group in conjunction with a book that he reads, I think he said once a year, titled The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And I'm a big fan of coincidences. It just so happens that I am listening to The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. So yeah, I thought that was interesting that he mentioned that book, and it's one that I happen to be reading and enjoying quite a lot. So I'll explain the premise of those two things. The first is quality of life in 10 minutes a day. The purpose of that Facebook group that he was invited to was for each of the members to take just 10 minutes a day to do something that would improve their quality of life. And it doesn't matter what that thing was, in the moment it would improve their quality of life. So for example, if you're having a very stressful day, you might take 10 minutes and just sit and breathe quietly in a chair. If you need to get some exercise, you would take a 10-minute walk every day, something along those lines. In conjunction with that, the compound effect, the premise of that book is basically that even the smallest actions, when they are applied consistently, can compound and make really large changes in your life. And that can be for the positive or for the negative, depending on what those small actions are. So if every day after dinner you eat a box of Girl Scout cookies, that might compound and result in a 40-pound weight gain. On the other hand, if after dinner you take a 10-minute walk every day, that might result in a 40-pound weight loss when compounded over time. So that's sort of where he was coming from with this. And so what he did was he merged those two concepts and created what he calls a 10-minute goal hack, in which he listed out 6 goals that he wanted to achieve and that he had been procrastinating on, that he really needed to make progress on. And he split those in 2 and decided that on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, he would work on half of those. He would spend 10 minutes a day on each of those 3, so there were 6 total. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, he would work on the other 3, 10 minutes for each project each day. So at the end of a week, he has only spent 30 minutes a day But that 30 minutes a day has added up to 30 minutes worth of work on each one of these tasks that he has been procrastinating on and had not made any progress on at all for quite some time, right? So it's small steps, but they add up. So that video fascinated me, and I decided that I would like to try this method out for a period of a few weeks and see if it helps me to make progress on the things that I've been procrastinating on and or just not getting to and or feeling overwhelmed about. I am creating this as a challenge. I welcome you to join me if you would like, if there's something that you have been putting off or need to make progress on and kind of don't know where to start. For the next 4 weeks, I will be using this method to try making progress on 6 of my tasks that I have been putting off. I've identified the 6 tasks, and 2 each from the areas of work, my day job, home, and then my journey or my 10-year plan. So I will also be doing a weekly check-in to let you know how it's going and what my progress looks like. If you would like to join me, here are the steps you can take. First, pick up to 6 goals, and they can be whatever, whatever they need to be for you that makes sense. Any area or project or task that, needs to be done that you haven't been able to devote time or attention to. Ideally, it would be an even number so that you can divide it evenly between the 2 sets of days. Then you're going to divide the list and assign the activities to either Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or really whichever arrangement makes the most sense for you. So if you have 2 of the tasks that might be related to one another in some way, or, makes sense to group them, just do what works best for you. But the goal, the point is, the object is to work on each thing 10 minutes a day, 3 times a week, so that at the end of the week, you've worked on each task for 30 minutes. And at the end of each day, at the end of every 10-minute block, write down your progress. Make a note of what you've actually accomplished so that you can really enjoy it and savor that, and that will help build momentum going forward when you look back and see how far you've come from where you started. So yeah, I hope that you will join me on this challenge, and let me know down in the comments if you would like to do that. All right, so I will be using a notebook to write down every day what I have done in my 10 minutes for each item that's assigned to each day. And then at the end of the week, I will do a check-in video and share with you my progress. So one strategy that I am going to employ to help keep me motivated on this is I have picked a variety of items to add to the list. Some of them are shorter term or lesser effort things, and some of them are bigger effort things. So I know that some of the items I definitely won't complete in the next 4 weeks, but some of the things I will complete. When I complete a task that I have been working on, what I will do, instead of adding a new task to replace it, is I will use Dave Ramsey's method and snowball that free time and apply it to the next task that is closest to being done. So I may rearrange, or I might just group my tasks on the same days, my smaller tasks on the same days, and my longer tasks on different, on the other days, so that when I complete the shortest one, I can roll that 10 minutes and add it to the next shortest one. But again, you do what is going to make most sense for you. All right. Please let me know down below in the comments if you are planning to join me on this challenge. I hope that you do. And yeah, I look forward to checking in with you in a week to talk about our progress. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, or that you had a wonderful day, no matter where you are in the world or what time of day you're watching, and I will talk with you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.